Hello guys, welcome to MercBenzKing. Today we have the Mercedes AMG G63 in a beautiful beige color. The official color is called Traverine Beige. Beautiful, it is part of the manufacture. The interior is also manufacture, and that goes along with a lot of different options that you can choose from. It has such a large variety, you can choose more than 20,000 different colors for the exterior. In the interior we have contrast stitching matching with the travertine exterior color. And yes, I took the G63 on a trip more than 1,500 kilometers. We did everything except off-road. So we drove it on the autobahn in the city, and I will show you more about the driving characteristics. From the side profile you notice it is a very high car. It is 1 meters, so you definitely have to watch out when parking the G63. And with the new facelift we have keyless entry, so you just press on the door for it to lock or put your hand inside for it to unlock. And amazing sound, guys. Only from listening to the lock and unlock. Night package comes with exhaust tips in black, contours around the window, everything is in black, no chrome on the side. Also the V8 bi-turbo is in black, and it has the beautiful multi-spoke AMG rims. It has some brake dust on it, but still you can see a beautiful design. It has this matte kind of color. The size is 295/40/22 inch. It also has darkened side mirror caps. Beautiful color as the sun comes out in the beautiful morning here in Zurich. The travertine beige also has this goldish tint. It has the AMG lettering on the back as well as the G63, and the beautiful travertine beige cover for the spare wheel. So let me just open the trunk. There is no keyless entry sensor over here, but when you open it you can see beautiful yacht style floor in wood. This is of course optional and just beautiful. Personally I would use a cover. The inside of the door also has beautiful quality with leather in the center, suede over here, so fabric. But if you look in the inside you notice also fabric over here, but the full pillars and the roof line is in Alcantara. Inside we have the screens, the tablets for infotainment system in the back. This you can completely close of course, and just press it down for it to disappear. Beautiful with a yacht-like floor. So let's close it. It is pretty wide from the rear, and on the top we notice this rubber line. Beautiful, with the white wheel washers. So before we go to the interior that will show you significant changes for the facelift, I want to take you back to the front as we have very indicators. This is characteristic for the G-Class. They will probably never change it also with coming generations. In the front we have the new bumpers for the facelift. Very aggressive looking jet style, but still elegant. The previous generation or the pre-facelift, in my opinion, it was a little bit more aggressive with open bumpers. This has the vents in the front, just like the Shark design. Then we have on the top a Falterbach AMG emblem. Beautiful in darkened chrome. Beautiful in darkened chrome. As well as the Panamericana grille, it is in darkened chrome. With the AMG lettering also darkened. Beautiful, guys. But let's go to the rear. It also has the panoramic roof, or actually the sunroof over here, that you can slide open. So I will just put my hand on the door handle to lock it and unlock it. And let's have a look inside. A major difference with the pre-facelift is the new steering wheel. It has the new buttons over here, touch sensitive, and of course a new MBUX screen. These are two screens in one glass part. But check out the manufacturer. That offers you, for example, contrast stitching matching with the exterior color, full leather, this wood, and I really love the shape of the window for the G-Class. Then we have the side step over here, also in dark colors. And because we have Burmester surround sound system, the 3D, it will have extra speakers in the interior, also on the edges of the car, mimicking the indicators on the hood. Beautiful, guys. The manufacturer is also visible right here on the handle. It says there manufacturer on the wood. So amazing quality seats. These are very soft headrests. AMG lettering with perforation, great patterns, and also contrast stitching, as I mentioned, for the seat. That takes us over to the rear. There we have the exhaust tips. So that basically means that if you have the engine running and you need to fix some stuff here in the back, you will be exposed to the exhaust pipes. In the rear it has the infotainment system screen, so you can just press the button for it to activate. It says there AMG. So besides having a look at the engine information while driving, you can change the destination. If you double tap on the screen, it will zoom out with 2 fingers. If you double tap it with 1 finger, it will zoom in. So very easy to control. Currently we are in Switzerland, and let me know, guys, where are you from? And you can go over to off-road information to see the angle, the altitude that we are currently in. For example, you can hit IWC, then you have the beautiful AMG IWC. Watch over here. And you can also tilt it, so depending who is sitting in here, smaller people or larger people, you can change it, the position. So there is not that much amount of space for your knees in the back, as this is my driving position, but you can still enjoy it as we have significant amount of headspace. It is very high. Beautiful view. In the back we have USB-C connectivity slots, 2 of them, 2 HDMI portals, Burmester surround sound system, 3D stereo. Beautiful closing sound. Let's have a look at what is under the bonnet of the G63 AMG, the new facelift. It is handcrafted by one person, in this case Kevin, and this 4-liter V8 bi-turbo produces 585 horsepower and more than 850 Nm of torque. That means it goes to 100 km/h in less than 3.8 seconds. I will close the bonnet. Let me close the bonnet and we will take it for a drive. So we are buckled up and I will press the button for the electronics to work. And then we notice here the AMG satellite driving characteristics that you can change. So I will put it to snow mode, individual, and then all the way up to Sport Plus. So let's start the engine. Amazing rumble, guys. I will put it into drive with the gear changer behind the steering wheel. And let's take off. The interesting thing is that if you are standing still, you notice the smoke coming to the side of the G-Class. Amazing, guys. So let's go. A lot of storage space over here. I will remove my wallet and close the wooden center console. And this setup is basically what they took from the GLE. Also the temperature settings over here. But from here and above it is again G-Class. With the round shaped air vents, turbine style. And let's take a right turn. Currently the cockpit is in the classic view. You can press the home button on the left side and change it to different modes. There are in total around, let's say, 8 different modes. 3 of them that you will usually use. For example, the Super Sport, which is only available in the AMG models. And this shows you the RPM G-force on the outer side and the gear in the center. But you can also swipe up and down to change the center information. But let's for now leave it on classic, because this will show you basically everything you need. You can also go down so that you have the navigation view in front of you. So we drove it for more than 1,500 kilometers, and I can definitely tell you it is not really a car to go long distances on the Autobahn. One is of course consumption, because it consumes quite a lot. But the second thing is the comfort level, because you're sitting pretty upright. It is not like an S-Class or a GLS. This is really the truck kind of feeling because of the seating position. Beautiful weather today, and that is also why we have the sunroof. Slide it open. You can also close it manually like this, and you have beautiful Alcantara. But I will slide it open and we can tilt the window so that we have a little bit of fresh air coming in, and also the sound is more noticeable from the exterior. I showed you the infotainment system in the rear, and of course you can also use the same options over here. So in the center console you have the touchpad. You can press the home button, and then over here just swipe to the right, or with the touchpad you can also swipe. But let's press performance. And there you can check out the performance of the vehicle, engine, and for example the IWC clock that the predecessor used to have analog here in the center. We can check the consumption, which is horrific in the city of course, 28.5 liters per 100 kilometers, or engine information. It is very cool to see the V8 biturbo engine right there in the center. Amazing sound, especially when you're driving in the city, because of the acoustics and the buildings. And we have the exhaust pipes on the side of the car that gives such a great driving experience. So let me press the home button, because it has a lot of luxurious gadgets. If you press comfort, go to massage, you can select 8 different massage features. For example, the wave that really pushes your back all the way down and then goes up again. So really like a wave feeling. Let's make way for the Porsche, and you notice the height difference. Amazing sound when it downshifts. And if you drive on automatic, it sometimes feels like shifting down to give you this amazing AMG experience. The corners it also handles very good, especially when driving on country roads. With the AMG suspension, it is a little bit stiffer than the normal G classes. If you take for example a G500, you will feel more like a yacht on the road. But with the AMG, the G63, it is more like a sports car. You don't really feel the chunkiness of the G-Class. So guys, thanks for watching MercBenzKing. I hope you liked the video with the G63 2025 model manufacturer. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.